and welcome to Stampy's Funland. In today's episode, we are going to be playing Investigator, which, I'll be honest, isn't the best minigame in the entire Funland. It's up there, like it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it does 100% have the best name out of all of the minigames in the Funland because it's called Investigator, and you're investigating, and there's a giant alligator head here. I mean, that was probably my most inspired day ever when I came up with the name for this game. So yeah, wandering around my Funland, it kind of stands out just by the fact that it is a giant alligator's head sticking out in the middle of the Funland. But yeah, we haven't played it very much, so you might not know how it works. So basically, all of these levers link up to the teeth of the alligator. And the way I did that is with a whole load of redstone. I was really proud when I first built this thing because basically it's very simple redstone. All of this is just simply linking up with all of the levers that pull the teeth up and down on the inside. But it was a little bit crazy when I first built this thing, and I was very proud. And I've built probably crazier redstone in the future, but just managing to fit it all in was not a very easy task. But yeah, the game itself is very simple. So basically, all of those levers link up to one of those teeth. And the idea is it's basically kind of like a bit of a memory game, a 1v1 memory game. So if I go and pull this lever here, it's going to switch the teeth on the far left. So all of these ones on this row are for the bottom row, and all of these ones are for the top. So if I switch this, you'll see that tooth is going to drop down. And then if I switch this one, it will mean that tooth is going to drop down just like that. And this goes the entire way along to the end. The way it's going to work is it's going to be Polly against me. We're going to go and switch around all of the levers randomly. So that means the alligator is going to end up with a really goofy smell, something like this. The investigator is going to memorize how the teeth are. They will then go inside of the investigator hut, I think this thing is called, and they basically just chill out here for a while. The other person is then going to switch 5 of the teeth. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then they need to come out and try and work out which ones have switched. The way that we mark it is basically every time we switch one of the levers, we're also going to mark it on a daylight sensor. So when we first built the game, we had a bunch of item frames along here, and you'd have to put an item in the item frame, and then that would be the way it's marked. But it was always a bit messy, and you'd break them away, and people would accidentally pick them up and stuff. So using a daylight sensor makes it a bit easier. Like, these aren't linked to any redstone or anything. Basically, they just are an easy way to switch things on and off. Then when the investigator comes out, they will stay back and then just place carpet to see which teeth they think have been switched. And then we go at the end and check, and you can get kind of between 1 and 5 points. So that's the way it works. Polly, you can be the investigator first. So let me go and start off by switching some of these teeth. So don't bother starting to remember it now because, yeah, I'm going to end up with them switched around. So basically, at this point, you want it as kind of jumbled up as possible, I guess. And then we're going to switch them around again. So, right, Polly, do you want to have a look and try and remember how the teeth are at the moment? I guess I'll give you about 10 seconds or so to try and remember the teeth. And it's always really difficult because it's really like high pressure when you're trying to remember them. Like, normally your mind would be okay at remembering it, but when you know you have to and, you know, everyone's watching, that makes it way more difficult. So I would say that's probably about 10 seconds by now, Polly. So go inside of your investigator hut, and I'm going to go and switch around some of these teeth. So I'm going to go and do this one here. Like, I'm trying to have some logic to this and try and think about which ones would be difficult to remember. Let's maybe do these ones here, and then let's maybe go and do... I think I might do this one here as well. So how many is that? That is 4 I've done. Then there's one more that I can do. Let's maybe go and do you think that one, maybe? I don't know. I think I'm probably overthinking this a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Let's do that one. So that is 5 that I've switched around. So Polly, you can now come out of your investigator hut. Make sure to not walk beyond where the levers are, but basically you can now try and have a look and try and work out which ones have switched. I don't think I did that very well. Like, pretty much all of the teeth on the top row, apart from one, have been pushed down. It looks like this alligator's been trying to chew on concrete or something and ended up losing a load of their teeth. Poor crocodile. But yeah, I don't know if this is going to make it easier or harder. It could actually make it harder because they're all lifted up. It might be harder to remember which ones were originally down. So I don't know. Maybe this is making things even tougher for Polly than they already are. I kind of want to stay back because I can't remember looking at them now exactly which ones I have switched. So I'm going to kind of stay back as well. And then once Polly has done all of them, we can do the big reveal. You saw she had to pick up the carpet. So she had to walk backwards to go and grab it so she wouldn't go and accidentally have a look at any of the daylight light sensors. So right, that is 4 of her guesses. You have one more guess, Polly. One final guess for which one. She doesn't look confident. She took her time. Like, she didn't come out and go like bam, bam, bam and guess, which might be favorable for me. But right then, Polly, let's go and see how many you scored. So, oh, you were just off in that one. That one's correct though, and so's that one. And oh, look at these. Oh, you were so close. She could obviously see that they had somehow switched around there, but she was accidentally just slightly off. So overall, I believe it's 2 points. Yep, it's 2 points for Polly. Right, do you want to go and gather up the carpet? I am going to go and place this down here, and that might not seem like a very good score. And I mean, out of 5, I guess it's not the best score, but there are 11 teeth, and it is very easy to play this game and literally not get any of them right, or even get less than 2 right as well. So yeah, I'm not feeling really confident right now, but 2 is the score to beat, so at least I have a chance. So I got the carpet now. Polly, do you want to go and switch around the teeth however you want for your starting position? And there is actually a bit of strategy to this. Like, I'm sure you could actually play some mind games, and I'm sure there is a more confusing way to do it. I mean, we haven't played the game enough to master that, and I am just so bad at remembering things, and especially when I'm doing a video and I'm like talking and focusing on a million things at the same time. Like, do not expect to see any decent investigator performances from me, because that is not normally what happens. But right then, is this good how they're switched around at the moment? Okay, so don't switch them again for now. I have a little while to remember. So back left one's down, and then they seem to be up. And then the top row, they seem to be down a bit. And then there's 3 grouped together there. And then the top row back, and that one's down. And okay, I mean, I don't think I'm going to remember it, but I think this is about as good as it's going to be. I've literally, I stepped inside of this room, I looked at this wall, and immediately all of the information that just went to my brain has just fallen out. Like I remembered it while I was looking at it, but now I've come in here, like, honestly, I've just forgotten it all. Like, are you the same? Can you actually, like, you play with me. You obviously can't place down the carpet, but when I'm placing it down, you try and think whether you think it's going to be right or not, because I am, oh, hello, Polly, sorry, talking to myself here. Well, talking to everyone else. Right, no more wasting time. Let's go and do this. And oh, okay, there was a group of 3 there. I think that one switched. So that is the top row, and that's the 3rd one in. So I'm pretty sure about that one. Okay, I'm pretty sure. I think that's 1 point there. What about back here? Was that one up? I think that top one was down. I think maybe this one. So let's go and place that carpet there. And then what about the rest here? So that was a group of 3. That means that one, if this was a group of 3 with none next to it, that one should have been down. So that's top row, 2nd one in, I believe. So, oh, wait a minute. I think that's the one I placed down before. So this is bottom row here. Yeah, this one I believe should be switched as well. And then that would be bottom row. I think then some of these have been switched around, but I'm not sure which ones. So I'm just going to do 2 next to each other, because I know some in that area have been switched, but I'm just not sure which one. Okay, that's my guess. Remember, 2 to beat. Let's go along the line. This one was wrong. I was off by 1. No. Okay, and then I got that one. My strategy of doing 2 in a row worked. I just did the wrong 2. So that's 1 point. If I get 1 more correct, then I am drawing with Polly. And yes, I got that one right, but no, I didn't get that one right. It was this one down here. That was the one I'm most confident with. I came out and got that one right straight away. If only I was able to remember a little bit more, which means I was able to score 2 points as well, and that was a draw. Oh, that game is fun. It's so stressful. I'm like sitting here sweating. I mean, one, because it's quite hot today, but also because that was so intense and I was scared. You just feel so disappointed in yourself, don't you, Polly? You just feel like it should be the easiest thing in the world, but it really isn't. It is a very tricky game, especially because the way, like, the levers represent the teeth. I think if you were just like pointing to the teeth, it might make it easier. But I think, yeah, overall, it's a pretty tricky game. But some people are just really good at this game. But there we go. That was Investigator, a pretty old mini game, and it was great fun coming back to play it again, because I haven't played it in literally years, and hopefully we will play it again in the future. But yeah, for now, that's going to be the end of this episode. We will be continuing going through the rest of my Funland and playing every single mini game here that we can still play, because it still works. And yeah, more of that coming up in the future. But for now, I want to say thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!